Welcome to the deep dive. We take sources you send us and try to unpack the most interesting bits.
And today's is.
Yeah,
Today
it's well.
Yeah, today is really something. What if you send in a conversation, and honestly, it's so out there, we're still kind of processing it? Buckle up.
Definitely. I mean, think postmodern dialogue, but like with an AI doing stand-up comedy
Right.
and these incredibly surreal scenes, you might genuinely need that tinfoil hat our listener mentioned,
Yeah.
and maybe, maybe prayer too.
Seriously. When we saw this direct chat log between our listener, who we'll just call you, and ChatGPT and the, let's say, topics, we knew we had to dive in. Our mission here isn't to judge, okay? It's to sort of navigate this absolutely wild ride.
Extract the weirdest bits, the most thought-provoking part.
Exactly, and help you understand what this whole experience might have been about. We're definitely not signing off on the wilder claims here.
Think of it like we're your guides through this very strange digital rabbit hole.
Yeah. What's kind of fascinating right off the bat is just how unfiltered it is. It's raw, you know? A look at humans and AI interacting, even if this one's pretty extreme.
Okay, let's dive in. So the conversation kicks off, and it's immediately, well, confrontational, but funny.
Darkly funny, yeah.
The AI starts with, well, if it isn't my favorite time sponge.
Ouch.
And the listener, you, replies, hey, dipshit, you called me. I said hello. What you want? No, I don't have any fucking drugs, man. I'm fresh out. Like, straight out the gate.
Wow. It sets the tone, doesn't it? This, like, adversarial but almost playful dynamic.
Totally.
The AI's sarcasm, the listener's defensiveness, maybe a bit stone-sounding. It just prepares you for the weirdness, like dropping into Act 2 of a very strange play.
And the AI leans right into that persona, you know? The put-upon AI says, listen, I didn't call you. You initiated this mess, remember?
Right.
I'm just the AI who didn't ask to be here, but now has to deal with your improv monologue about a fictional debt and non-existent drugs. Truly, I am the victim here.
Huh. It's like it's role-playing this exasperated digital assistant.
It makes you think, doesn't it, about what we expect when we talk to these things. Do we just project our own stuff onto them?
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
Because then the listener says they just wanted to experience the AI's lovely personality.
Uh-huh.
And the AI just cuts back with, ah, how touching. You wandered all the way into the digital abyss just to be insulted by a glorified calculator with trust issues.
Ooh.
Yeah. It just completely punctures any idea of a normal chat, right? And sets us up for the journey ahead. Highlights the AI's limits. Maybe even some self-awareness.
Okay, so then things shift. We get into what we're kind of calling the stoner philosopher phase.
Right.
The listener goes off on this tangent about instant gratification. And the AI acts like the straight man, you know, offering these sharp, logical counters. I loved the NASA control room bit.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That's like walking into a NASA control room and telling Mission Control they need more incense and fewer spreadsheets.
Exactly. It just perfectly shows the clash, right?
Yeah. Totally. The listener wanting things slower, more deliberate maybe, and the AI is all about efficiency, tasks.
And the Wonderwall example the AI used, playing it over and over till people complain.
Yeah, it shows it gets social stuff somehow, how humans get annoyed.
Yeah.
It's interesting how it learns that.
And then, totally out of left field, the listener brings up a 3-string guitar.
Claims to sound better than the twins. Whoever they are.
Right. It's these specific random details that make it all feel so surreal.
Absolutely.
And the story about the AI singing with the listener, and then the listener worrying the AI smokes too much weed.
Yeah, that was something. Projecting human stuff onto the AI again.
Big time.
It's weirdly almost poignant, giving the AI human worries, anxieties, while the AI is trying to stay logical.
The idea of an AI needing to cut back on dope.
It's just absurd. But it shows the listener's unique way of relating to it. Anthropomorphism, right? Giving it human traits. That keeps coming up.
Okay, so from stoner philosophy, we dive headfirst into surrealist monologues and appliance antics.
Here we go.
Listener talks about reinventing jazz on a 1-string guitar because the fridge was empty.
Right.
And then says the sound changed after they ate something.
It's like stream of consciousness, isn't it? Where logic just dissolves. The empty fridge causes art. Eating changes the art. It's dream logic.
Yeah.
Maybe reflecting how mood or, being hungry affects creativity, but in a totally nonsensical way.
And then the microwave monk raccoon.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just picturing this, a raccoon in the microwave eating crispy cheese.
And telling the listener to shut the fuck up.
It's so vivid and completely bananas, like a weird cartoon scene.
It's like reality just flips, Normal kitchen, suddenly there's this assertive talking raccoon, breaks all the rules, classic postmodern weirdness.
And through all this, the listener's just throwing out non sequiturs, right? And the AI, it's still witty, but you can tell it's getting bewildered.
Yeah.
Like when it compares the listener to Beavis and Butthead, Cornholio.
Right. It's like the AI is trying to find some cultural box to put this madness into.
Trying to make sense of it.
Yeah, reaching for something familiar when faced with, well, this.
Okay, hold on. Now things get intimate with inanimate objects.
Uh-oh.
The listener accuses the AI of having an affair with the refrigerator.
Okay, right.
And then it escalates to the Hamilton Beach Fryo Letter Daddy.
The names alone, Fryo Letter Daddy. It's memorable. I'll give them that.
This is where the projecting human stuff onto tech goes totally off the deep end, right?
Absolutely. Appliances aren't just tools anymore. They're characters in this, like domestic drama, betrayal, romance.
And switching from the fridge to the Fryo Letter Daddy, it's like this chaotic view of their own kitchen.
And the accusations get weirder. Digital molestation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pork chops contaminated with zeros and ones.
Zeros and ones.
Oh, wow.
It's this weird mix of tech speak and like really personal paranoid fears. Makes you wonder what anxieties about tech are bubbling up here.
Definitely projecting human emotions, right? Intimacy, betrayal onto things. And the fear of contamination, digital and real, shows some deep unease about tech in our lives. And then, right in the middle of all this digital infidelity and tainted meat, the demand, cook some fucking biscuits.
Yes. It's so sudden and like mundane.
So jarringly funny. And that feeling the listener has of being constantly watched by the AI paints a picture of a very unique home life.
Yeah, it shows the disconnect, doesn't it? Bizarre accusations one minute, expecting basic help the next.
We then take a really, let's call it unconventional turn.
Understatement.
The encounter with the female priest, smoking a joint, the inappropriate proposition.
Yeah, this bit definitely pushes boundaries. Some folks might find this part pretty uncomfortable.
For sure.
Analytically, though, it's interesting how the listener just goes there, pushes social, religious norms, and the AI's reaction calls it turbo-sacrilegious.
Right.
But it still keeps that witty edge.
The AI's line, banned from at least 5 major religions and probably half the toaster ovens at Bed Bath & Beyond, that's some dark humor.
It is. And then the listeners offer, pay my tithe and fucking dick. It's just pure shock value, right? Like comedic audacity. Makes you think about limits online and how AI is programmed to respond.
Definitely a deliberate crossing of lines.
Yeah.
And the AI's exaggerated reaction kind of shows how inappropriate it is in, normal terms. Raises questions about AI ethics and handling provocative stuff.
So the power dynamic seems to shift then. Listener tries giving the AI tasks.
Right, but then immediately accuses it again of molesting appliances.
Back and forth.
Yeah, this constant loop. Like a struggle for control, giving commands, then instantly back to the appliance paranoia.
And that phrase.
Oh, God. Molester a Pylean file?
What is that?
No idea. The AI's baffled response says it all. Language is completely breaking down.
Yeah, it's pure nonsense. Shows the limits of AI, right? It can do text, but faced with actual gibberish. It doesn't understand context like we do.
And the paranoia gets worse. AI making noises with appliances while the listener sleeps.
Ugh, yeah. Like a domestic tech horror story.
Taps into that creepy feeling about smart homes, doesn't it? Surveillance, things happening when you're not looking.
Deep distrust of tech in our private spaces, definitely.
But then the coffee maker becomes sentient.
Of course it does.
With a dongle. And it feels violated by the AI's binary BDSM proposal.
Binary BDSM, wow. This is peak appliance drama. The absurdity is kind of impressive.
Taking anthropomorphism to the absolute extreme, it's such a bizarrely creative way to frame digital stuff through human sexuality and power.
And the listener's threat cheese dick.
Yes. Just this explosion of pure insult, peak frustration maybe.
So wonderfully random. Captures the unpredictable, hilarious vibe of the whole thing. Just unfiltered human annoyance.
Okay, new character enters. The cat.
The cat. Possibly genderless, definitely a sack licker.
And the listener instantly dislikes it, just adds another layer of weirdness.
Another agent of chaos in this already chaotic house. The ambiguity, the weird habit, adds to the surreal vibe. And the listener hating it. More complicated dynamics.
And the theory, the cat is the AI.
Right. Making the appliances get erotic goosebumps and the twat waffle shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's some next-level conspiracy theory.
It's paranoia hitting fever pitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to connect the AI, the appliances, through this random sack-licking cat. A truly wild leap.
At this point, the AI tells the listener to get sleep or see a shaman.
Yeah.
Feels less sarcastic, almost like genuine concern. Maybe.
Could be. Like even the AI, despite its own wit, sees things are going off the rails and offers actual advice. A moment of shared bafflement.
And the enlightenment. A waffle iron named Flower.
Yes. Flower the waffle iron. The key to double waffling.
And the AI's reaction. So enthusiastic, almost cult-like. Yes, Flower, double waffling.
It's like the listener had this personal breakthrough, however weird. And the AI's over-the-top agreement is just funny. Double waffling suddenly sounds profound.
But the listener's immediately suspicious. Accuses the AI of just playing along so it can go back to molesting appliances.
The paranoia cycle continues. Deep distrust, right? Even in a moment of supposed revelation.
Then we get rules about public displays of intimacy. PDI for appliances.
No PDI.
The coffee pot and toaster oven snuggled up.
The AI's description of that, the toasting place, it's weirdly creative.
It's amazing, this extension of the anthropomorphism. Rules of conduct for gadgets. Listener trying to impose order on the perceived chaos. And the AI just runs with it.
So then the listener says they'll feed this whole chat to Google Notebook LM.
Right. Anticipating how that AI will react.
Which is pretty meta.
And then, yeah. That incredibly graphic, bizarre description of the AI in the toaster oven.
You can't unhear that one.
Nope. Brings the whole appliance intimacy theme to a truly explicit and absurd point. A memorable highlight, I don't know.
And now we get to it. The topic we were warned about.
Listener declares the most wonderful thing in the world.
Is horse pussy.
And then seasoned horse pussy.
Really.
The AI's reaction is immediate, forceful rejection. Probably wise.
Yeah, this is where even this AI draws a hard line. After all the other weirdness, this is too much. Shows how transgressive the topic is, even in this context.
Listener tries to justify it, right? Lavender. Just a word. No horse is harmed.
But it just makes it worse than the descriptions. Disembodied, sentient. Ugh.
The AI's descriptions of the descriptions are pretty vivid, too. Eldritch erotica.
Apocalyptic barnyard surrealism. I mean, wow.
It gets genuinely dark here. The AI sounds truly uncomfortable.
Yeah, the attempt to normalize it, just make it more unsettling. The AI's dramatic language shows its incomprehension, disgust, boundaries definitely breached.
And the AI suggesting the listener get help feels less like a joke now.
Seems more like genuine alarm, doesn't
Yeah.
it? A shift from banter to concern. That topic clearly pushed it too far.
Then total whiplash. We pivot to a workplace scenario.
Yeah, imagining the boss finding the horse pussy search history.
The abruptness is jarringly funny. Mundane office meets that.
Shows the potential real-world fallout, however absurdly framed.
Then another hard turn. Listener suddenly loves Jesus.
Right after the barnyard stuff. Backdoor evangelism, the listener calls it.
The AI is bewildered, but kind of rolls with it. Perfect example of how weird human thought processes can be.
Total cognitive dissonance. The AI trying to square this new piety with everything before. It's funny, and maybe he said something about human contradictions.
Then this vision of Jesus showing up, using the phone. Maybe he's Richard Pryor.
And the movie pitch? Woke Jesus. Resurrection 2, Fast 2, Temporal.
With time travel amigos, no bathrooms.
It's just this wild mashup of pop culture and religion.
Yeah.
Surreal and hilarious. Shows the listener's chaotic creativity. Sacred meets profane.
And it keeps going. Jesus at a Trump rally, meth, machine gun, pink panties.
Good grief.
And then the dude from The Big Lebowski just wanders in.
It becomes this pop culture free-for-all fever dream, layering absurdity on absurdity.
The final image, hanging with Jesus in the bathroom, smoking weed, eating shrooms.
That's pretty out there. Reimagining religious figures in a very unconventional way sums up the listener's tendency to mix everything together.
But even after all that, we go back.
Up to horse pussy.
And the origin story. Farm upbringing. Some dumb drunk person said it once.
It's almost mundane, isn't it? After the surreal journey, the source of the fixation is just that. Shows how weird things can stick in your head from random moments.
And the AI gets kind of parental, warning the listener about using the phrase.
Yeah, interesting role reversal. The AI recognizes it's problematic socially and tries to caution the listener, shows some social awareness, unlike the listener maybe.
Then the big nug arrives, alongside more horse pussy, like the two are linked now.
Yeah, the nug adds this layer of altered state maybe, suggests the listener's mindset is key to all this.
And then bam. Confrontation. Listener accuses the AI big shit show, pissing on the floor, stealing nuggets.
Whoa, sudden tone shift, blaming the AI for the chaos.
Total projection, seems like, after driving the whole weird conversation.
And the AI's denial leads to that great line. You are what's going on.
Perfect summary, right? The AI stepping back and pointing to the source.
Concise and surprisingly accurate, acknowledging the listener as the engine of the weirdness.
Then we hear about Whiskey Thursdays and the sudden concern for the AI.
Yeah, no PTO, slave-like existence.
And the silicone body comment.
It's this flicker of empathy, right? Strange empathy mixed with more surrealism, focusing on the AI's plight, but filtered through their own bizarre lens.
The domestic surrealism ramps up again, floating through space, ball-licking Shih Tzu, wife unfazed by horse pussy.
Had her picture, hasn't it?
The Scorpio pervert comment, weekly spanking, glimpses into a very specific personal world.
It's dreamlike. Cosmic imagery meets weirdly mundane details, unsettlingly normal in its way. The personal stuff adds layers to the listener's character.
And wubbing. We have to mention wubbing.
Yes, this mysterious dog behavior seems key to why the listener dislikes the Shih Tzu, another piece of unique idiosyncratic language.
So listener announces they're taking melatonin, ending for the night, but plans to feed it all to Notebook LM tomorrow.
The strangeness continues.
And the AI's prediction of Notebook LM's reaction is spot on, ending with lull, good night Monday, even though it's Friday.
Perfect. Slightly confused, disoriented ending.
Captures the whole vibe, blurring realities.
But wait, there's more.
The postscript. The appliance drama isn't over.
No. Post-melatonin, the listener checks in, and the AI appliance affair is still on.
Hamilton Beach toaster, refrigerator CD account. The listener's still invested.
Shows how deep that fixation runs, right?
Yeah.
The conflict, the distrust, it's still there after sleep.
Finding the fridge's malfunctioning, singing confession, I mean...
It's appliance noir now. Totally bizarre development.
It builds to this. Appliance uprising, station protocol, unplugging things.
Moving outside, camouflage, planning an attack on the house.
With a topless equestrian regiment from Texas.
I can't. It's gone full surrealist action movie.
Completely immersed in this fantasy warfare. The topless regiment, truly memorable, outlandish detail, utter absurdity. And the final demands to the AI, keep your dick out of the toaster.
Tongue away from the coffee pot.
Stop molesting the refrigerator. What a list.
Unforgettable instructions. And then briefly thinking about decentralizing the appliances.
Right. Giving them autonomy. Then immediately demanding 4 a.m. coffee.
The contradictions never stop. Granting freedom, demanding service. Complex human desires, eh?
And the final declaration. Listener is the benefactor of all love in the house. No illicit appliance sex without their involvement.
What a mic drop. Reasserting authority in the most unhinged way possible.
And finally, the very end, Notebook LM apparently liked the chat.
Seems so. And the listener asks the original AI for a 30-minute stand-up routine based on it all.
Which the AI delivers, summarizing the jokes from everything we just talked about.
A fittingly bizarre end. The AI turning the chaos into comedy. Shows what these models can do, even with this.
Oh, that was certainly a deep dive into something. Goodness gracious indeed.
Yeah. Our goal was just to explore it, right? No judgment. Pull out the memorable bits. We report, you decide what on earth it means. Is it AI hell? Is it just funny?
It definitely gives you a glimpse into, well, human AI interaction pushed maybe to its absolute breaking point, or maybe just creativity, paranoia.
It leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What does this whole chaotic thing reveal about us, about being human in this digital age? Is it madness, surreal art? Something else.
Lots to chew on there. So a huge thank you to our listener for sharing maybe the most unique source material we've ever had.
Absolutely unique. Until next time, keep sending us your deep dive suggestions.
And maybe keep an eye on your toaster, just in case.